Today we're going to talk about leading lean. We're going to focus throughout this course on chapters from The Hitchhiker's Guide to Lean. Chapter 2 is about lean leadership. And as we talk about this, we'll cover the 5 key points from the book throughout the separate videos. For the introduction, I want to talk about 2 things. First, the phrase that I like to use is leading lean, much more than lean leadership. The reason for this is that leading lean is a verb. Lean leadership is a noun. And leading is very much an active sport. Leadership is an action. I don't care what job you have, what job title you have, just determines what tools you have available to use. If you're an individual contributor or you're the CEO, you have different tools available in your leadership tool belt. But anyone, regardless of whether leadership is in their title, has the opportunity to have an active leadership. And that's really what we're talking about here. Now, the second part I want to talk about actually comes from the foreword of the book. And it's a formula that we like to use that we'll talk about a little more when we talk about creative tension. And the formula is really about thinking about change and what drives change. So that formula is H times V times F must be greater than R. So H stands for the hatred of current reality. Whatever your current reality is, your process, your results, your body weight, your career, whatever it might be, you really want to develop a sense of hatred for that current state so that you just can't stand for it to stay in the mode that it's in. V is for the vision of an ideal state. What does good look like to you? Without that vision, you don't have anything to pursue. And F stands for the first steps of action. What are you going to do to start closing the gap? All of those 3 things together must be greater than R, which is the resistance to change in the organization. Every organization has some resistance to change. Some have a little, some have a lot. The more resistance that you have, the more you need those other factors to overcome. Now, we very purposely use multiplication signs in this. The reason is that if any one of these factors goes to 0, then the whole thing goes to 0. So you need all 3 ingredients for this to work. If you have a hatred of current reality and a vision, but no action, then everyone will be aware of the gap, but no action will take place and frustration will grow at that gap existing. If you have a hatred of current reality and action, but no vision of where you want to go, then you'll move, but you won't move anywhere with any purpose or any sense of direction. If you have a vision and action, but no hatred of current reality, then you won't actually give up the things that you do today that keep you stuck in your current reality. All 3 ingredients are important. And regardless of where you are in the organization, you're responsible for at least your own, if not your team's, understanding and hatred of the current state, having a vision, a clear vision and a common vision of the ideal state, and first steps of action to start to close the gap. And through that, you will overcome resistance and drive change in the organization. As we continue these videos, we'll cover 5 more leadership moves that you can make for leading lean.